Okay, so the Super Mario Brothers franchise has been through many different changes over the years. And throughout those years, the characters has been through many different designs. And a lot of you are used to seeing the official Nintendo designs, which are the most memorable and the iconic designs throughout the franchise. But I'm not here to talk about those designs. Today I want to talk about the weird Western designs of Super Mario Brothers characters throughout its run back in the day. Like, we're going to take a look back at vintage Mario designs and media. So sit back and enjoy the video. First, we're going to be talking about Mario is Missing. Okay, so Mario is Missing is a 1993 educational game developed and published by the software tool works for MS-DOS, Nintendo Entertainment System, and Super Nintendo Entertainment System, later released on Macintosh in 1994. It's made by a Western company, by the way. Okay, so if you don't know and you're not familiar with, YouTube poops or the Ouija name, this is where the Ouija character originated from. It came from Mario is Missing, and there's like a bunch of freaking YouTube poops around this character. It's just a weird looking Luigi design. Okay, for starters, the box art looks amazing. It matches the Nintendo art style. It's great. They just really did a good job with the box art. However, the sprites is weird looking. They are very weird looking. So Luigi just looks like a totally different character. I mean, it looks like it could pass off as Luigi, but I guess it's the art style that's so off-putting and stuff. Man, the art of Mario even looks strange. I mean, it can pass off as Mario, but it just looks so strange. The art style for it just looks so odd. The charm you get from looking at official Nintendo art where it's not here, it just looks so freaking weird. Just completely off-putting, And the art style is just not well received amongst the Super Mario Brothers fandom. It's not well received. It was always weird looking. These designs will go on to spark, I guess, memes and YouTube poops will be made with these character designs. Tons of them, because I used to watch them back in the day. I didn't even know what the heck this stuff was or where it originated from, but now I know. Crazy. Okay, so the next game we're gonna be looking at the designs for is Hotel Mario. Everybody's familiar with this one, right? The CDA games. Okay. Hotel Mario is a 1994 puzzle video game developed by Fantasy Factor and published by Philips Interactive Media for the Philips CDI. Okay, so first off, looking at the box art, it doesn't look that bad. It just looks very vintage. It looks like classic Mario design. And it kind of looks like a Nintendo, box art, like the original Nintendo box art. But however, it does have a Western type design to it, because the enemy characters look very different compared to how they look to official Nintendo box art. But overall, it don't look that bad. Mario is on model. He looks great. The coloring here is extremely nice. However, when you look at the game designs of Mario and Luigi for Hotel Mario, I mean, they don't look bad, but yeah, they do look kind of cartoonish. They don't look that bad though, but it just lacks effort. Not enough effort. It just looked cartoonish, and it looks like it was drawn in Microsoft Paint. While it does look charming to look at sometimes, the character designs ain't basic. They just need some more work, extra work, and more detail. You know, they too simple looking for me. The characters are recognizable, you know. You can tell it's Mario and Luigi. Princess Peach looks very strange. Yeah, so these designs are very like memorable within the Mario community, and they spawned a lot of YouTube poops too. This is the game that was spawned the spaghetti man. The way Luigi says spaghetti is like made into a meme, and it's from this game. So I'll tell Mario. But the only thing that's bad about this, I mean, Hotel Mario, their designs are too simple, and just you can tell it's made in Microsoft Paint. It's not a bad thing, but it needed a little more effort. I mean, I like how cartoonish it is, but they did look pretty strange though. They really weird. Specifically Princess Peach. Bowser looked pretty weird too, so. But for this game to get a lot of hate, what's really impressive about the Hotel Mario games is the backgrounds. The backgrounds are very amazing. Yeah, it's impressive. And the box art looks amazing too. I give them that. It's just like the art styles look so off-putting. Maybe because it looks so off-putting because it looks too simple and too cartoonish. There's nothing wrong with it though. Like I said, the Mario and Luigi design is memorable, not memorable, but they recognizable. And the backgrounds look amazing. The only problem I got with the character designs is like Princess Peach looks weird and Bowser looks weird. And I guess the background characters look weird as well, like the Koopalings and stuff. Very strange. I'm guessing this is a much more like a better game art-wise over Mario is Missing, because Mario is Missing looked extremely, like the character designs looked so strange and off-putting. Man. Okay, so let's talk about the Mario comics that they had back in the day. The Super Mario Bros. Is a comic series featured as part of Valiant Comics, Nintendo Comics system brand running from 1990 to 1991. The comics include stories based on the Super Mario franchise of all the properties featured under Nintendo Comics system brand. Super Mario Bros. Was the most prolific and the longest running. Okay. This, yeah, the art takes me back. You can tell it's so retro. The American Mario comics, or I think it's Western. Ooh, let's see though. Yep. American comic book publisher. Valiant Comics is American comic book publisher founded in 1989. Okay. So they American. The comic company. And the designs look very Western. They even got a king design. I think Princess Peach's dad. Yep. King Toadstool. That's cool. But the designs look very cartoonish and comic like. They just look really toony. They still look like Mario characters, but it's just really Western looking. Toonish. Yeah. Mario looks like the average design too. It's just really Sony looking. Oh, so their hair is black. Okay. Usually their hair is brown, Luigi and Mario's hair are brown. And one thing I noticed that their overalls are like colored differently from, their current counterparts. You're used to seeing blue overalls, but man, the overalls is the color of their hats, the same color as their hats. So you can tell that they're older designs, Princess Peach looked very cartoony too. And she got the iconic red hair that you guys are used to seeing. The dress look kind of different too. Why is the dress so dark colored? And the crown really got ain't got no details on it. Toad looks very cartoonish. He looks like a cartoon character. No matter how he's drawn, he's always happy. The king looks very, very Tony. He does fit the Mario art style though. He looks very cartoonish as well. So those Mario comics came out in the 90s, 1980s. Yeah. And the designs does match the Nintendo designs. It does. It just looks very Sony as well. You can tell it's a Western drawn by the expressions and stuff. And their body types too, like the way the body is drawn a little bit. Yeah, but they are recognizable though. I think they did a pretty good job with these comics. They don't look bad, and they matched the Nintendo art style very good. But what's really awful about the designs is Mario here is just always black most of the time in these comics. I mean, I guess inking, ain't nothing wrong with inking. But his hair is brown, ain't it? Sometimes it's brown, but they move with black hair most of the time. And sometimes he has 4 fingers too, which is not a bad thing, but it's, Tony, very Tony. Their features and expressions. But hey, I like them though. It's not bad. It's different. Okay, so let's talk about the Dink cartoons, alright? So first we're gonna do the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Okay, so the Super Mario Brothers Super Show is a memorable show. And a lot of people recognize this cartoon. I grew up watching the show as well. So this show featured a Princess Peach with red hair. Mario Brothers overall colors were wrong. Oh yeah, this is the show where the infamous Mario dance comes from. It, the dude Mario, it comes from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. If you didn't know. There's a lot of new generation of people, so if you didn't know, then that's where it originated from, the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Okay, so the Super Mario Bros. Super Show is an American live-action animated television series that aired from September the 4th to December the 1st, 1989. Okay. The series is based on the video game Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 2. Okay, I didn't even know that. By Nintendo. And it's the first of 3 television series to be based upon the Mario video game series. Okay. Ain't that something? Yeah, this is the dink ear. So a lot of people were wondering why. A lot of people was wondering why Princess Peach hair is red in this cartoon. It's the fact that since it's based on Super Mario Bros. 1 and 2, here's the thing. So in the original Mario games, I think Princess Peach hair is red, depicted as red. Okay, so it says due to limitations, her hair was like red. It couldn't be depicted as blonde early on. No. In the early sprites of Princess Peach, her hair was red. And so people are like familiar with Princess Peach hair being blonde and stuff. And I always wondered it too. Why was her hair red? It makes a lot of sense though, because if the show is based on Mario 1 and 2, Mario 1 and 2, I don't even think like the colors was like established. I don't know. Let me see. I'll look at the box art. Yeah, the color wasn't established yet. Her blonde hair was not there yet. Maybe it was, because I'm looking at the box art right now. Maybe the blonde hair was there, but the sprites was altered to red, and then like the only thing that they had to work with was based off the sprites instead of the box art. So that's probably why Princess Toadstool hair was red, because they was probably working with the sprites from the games instead of the box art, you know. And I also noticed the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, their overalls are the same color as their heads, right? So with the designs and stuff of the series, is not, they don't have bad designs for this cartoon, and the like Mario and Luigi designs are memorable. It just looked very cartoonish. They did make Mario kind of stocky-ish, not stocky, but short and just real rounded compared to his video game counterpart. He's just real rounded, round, like plump a little bit. Luigi is like Luigi is fine, but you know, it's very cartoony as well. Yeah, even though his green color looks kind of like darkish compared to his video game counterpart too. And then the eyes, it just reminds me of classic cartoons, the way their eyes are drawn. But overall though, I think they did a pretty good job with these character designs. They're not bad. It's cartoonish, like Western cartoon styles, you know. So the standards is different when it comes to making a cartoon, like for American audience compared to you know, what Japan does. But yeah, I enjoyed the designs too, and I took a look into Princess Toadstool hair being red. I ain't got a problem with it. With the lack of gloves though, why doesn't she have gloves on her hands? That's crazy to me. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Bowser's design is pretty different to King Koopa. See, he's all green and very different compared to what Bowser looks like, you know. And since the game is based on Mario 1 and 2, let me see. It's crazy. It's just so different from what we're used to seeing when it comes to Bowser. Maybe Bowser, like, color wasn't introduced yet, probably? I don't know. Wait a minute. Probably gotta look at the sprites, because they probably was just looking at the sprites when they did the character designs for this cartoon. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense why King Koopa is green now. It makes a lot of sense. The first Mario game depicts Bowser is all green and orange. His feet and orange and mouth is orange, but he's all green. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. That's probably what they worked out with. Now it's starting to make a lot of sense. The character designs, if the game was based on Mario 1 and 2, like it says on the wiki, that means Princess Peach hair being red makes a lot of sense, and King Koopa being green makes a lot of sense. I didn't ever actually sit down and looked it up until now. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And finally, the final one I'm gonna look at is Mario Teaches Typing. Mario Teaches Typing is an educational video game developed and published by Interplay Productions for MS-DOS comparable operating systems, Microsoft Windows, and Macintosh. The game uses the Mario character license from Nintendo to teach keyboard skills. Ooh, release of March the 8th, 1991. Okay, so let's look at the art. So the box art. Okay, let me see. And it doesn't look bad, it just looks like Mario. It looks just like the way Nintendo draws it, the box art. However, the main menu has gotten me. It's like a bunch of shading. It's like a whole lot of shading. And it looks very cartoonish. Very cartoonish. I mean, they took the time to shade and stuff, and they got him, they got his likeness down. The characters are recognizable. However, it's just like the freaking computer's too realistic. The freaking chair too realistic. It's just like the objects, like the chair and the desk and the computer. They're so realistic. It's like it's clashing, two different styles clashing. But they got the art style right though. It looks just like Mario. How Mario looks, you know. But yeah, Toad is the only person who looks very cartoonish here. Princess Peach, like, face looks very weird also. Yeah, the sprites looks very strange. Oh my god. What in the heck? What is sprites like this? What? Yeah, I don't know about that. The art style just really done shifted in the freaking sprites section. What in the world? Those look nice though. They really matched the Nintendo art style. I think they did a good job here. But I don't know what the heck this is. Okay, so yeah, it looks like Mario. It's just like the shading is over the top. I mean, the shading is great, and his mustache look kind of weird here. I don't know about that. His mustache look very weird here. They got the brown hair though. They got everything drawn right, but his mustache look weird. Wait a minute. His hand look very strange too right here. But it does match the Nintendo style very well. The only person that looks very cartoonish is Toad, really. Yeah, but Mario teaches typing, art style does not look that bad. Okay, so those were the weirdest Mario designs from the vintage era of the Super Mario Brothers, from the 80s and the 90s, from mainly Western companies. While some of them were kind of bad, they have their own charm and style to them. And the main one that I really find off-putting and bad is Mario is missing. It's something about their art style that it's just unsettling. No wonder that they made those character designs into YouTube poops and memes. But yeah, that's the one I had an issue with, really trying to process what's going on with the art style. But let me know which ones you guys find charming, or some of the art styles you find unappealing. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video.